All right, my friends, welcome back to the channel. We've talked quite a bit about page speed. I want to show you the tool that's really behind a lot of that. For all of our WordPress sites, we install this, and that is ForgeCache. So this is a page speed plugin. Whole point of running something like this is that page load speeds matter, okay? LCP, FCP, they matter for Google with ranking factors. LLMs care about this. So it's like all the basics that work on the SEO side now work on the LLM side. So this tool is very simple to use. You can get started in just a couple of minutes. You see here, you can check when the last time it was ran through the security scanner. That's a proprietary in-house thing. And you can go through this and check out all the details on it. But I've already got it installed and licensed on a demo site here. So the setup is pretty easy. You are going to get delivered your key as well as your download, and then you get access to a login area where you can download, and everything's pretty simple, right? And then you install that on the WordPress site that you're going to work with, and then you put in the license key, and then you're dumped onto this page. This is what it looks like. So as soon as the thing is activated, it's already started 13 out of 18 optimization features. So as soon as it's activated, bang, it does this. And so let's talk about that, and then what you should probably do to furthermore clean up. So the biggest thing that you're going to run into with page load speed tests is clearing your cache. So if you're running Cloudflare like we suggest you do, you can go in there and just nuke your cache and reset everything. And you can also do it at the plugin level. You're going to want to reset all that and then let the changes take effect again, and then run a page load speed test because you might be getting some dirty testing and some dirty information if not. So yeah, do that, start there. But this takes care of all the basics: page caching, browser caching, HTML, JS minification. Again, this is like kind of down the middle, very safe. It's not going to break anything. We tested this a wide range of applications: cache preloading, link preloading, core web vitals, gzip compression, JavaScript optimization, lazy loading on everything, video, photos, images, Google font optimization, WooCommerce integration, and REST API cache. So let's move this out of the way. And then let's go to settings. So there's only 4 pages here. There's settings, page optimizer, and license. So this should look familiar. I've showed this in the past. We recently moved the page optimizer to its own page. That's really all that's changed. But all these things that say recommended are like down the middle, safe to do. If you've got advanced knowledge and skills in the caching space, then you can start to play around with some of the other settings. So there's basics. Here's caching. You can paste in critical CSS here. I've talked about it in other videos. We will be doing a dedicated solution here, server-based, but there's just not enough users yet. We'll get to that point. And then all these here. Let's get to the media. Thing I want to show you here is that from the point at which the plugin is installed, it will convert everything to WebP. And you don't have to do anything additional. It will automatically serve that up. So there's nothing else you got to do. Everything before that time, you have to click this button here, and there's nothing on the site, so there's nothing for me to click. And it will convert all existing images to WebP, auto-insert them. This helps with page load speeds, etc., etc. Okay, lazy loading settings here. And then here's some advanced stuff that you can play around with, really fine-tuning. So the advanced stuff is meant to fine-tune, okay? And then here's tools. Next, let's go into page optimizer. Okay, so now that this is all loaded up, let's talk through this. What this is essentially doing is allowing you page by page to go through and optimize however you see fit. Okay, so no override, default, defer, delay. Definitions of what each one mean is right here at the top, and what that's really going to do. Here's why this matters, is because while the page is loading, what's going to happen is all the scripts at the top, which usually Google Tag Manager, all these third-party scripts want you to put it at the head, right? In the head tag. And so all that's going to try and load first. The font manager, wherever you're trying to grab your fonts from, that's going to try and load first. And all those things are just slowing down that first paint, okay? And so we can just defer those or delay those later on down the page after the first half so that it loads faster. So this is how we are essentially trying to win this on a page-by-page basis. For Elementor users, you're going to have a lot that you got to worry about because there's just so many JavaScript files, and Elementor is notoriously not the most secure or, I don't know, streamlined, lightweight tool, let's just say. And so you can go through and really start to dial in how you want this to operate. Look at this. Your WordPress core, I wouldn't change anything there or touch anything there. But, WooCommerce and Elementor are big ones, any other page builder, and you can start to dial that in. And that is the best solution that we found that allows you to take full control into your own hands. And obviously, we're not giving default settings that are automatically breaking a bunch of sites and dealing with support tickets. So this is the best way for us to both win. You get the optimization and the dialing in and precision that you want. And then, we don't have to go back and forth with a bunch of support tickets on overly aggressive settings that we've created. So anyways, that's it. And then, Yeah, so that's the dashboard, the settings, and the page optimizer. And then you're off to the races. Just let it run, leave it alone, and it's good to go. If you got comments, let me know below, or you got something to say about page load speeds, or you've got feature suggestions, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.